Hello, listeners. So today we are back with Encore again. We listened to Nilanjana recently from them, and we mentioned in that video that we are going to come to their earlier song called Na Pawar Golpo, which was requested by many people back then when we were doing videos regularly. And this is one of those tracks which is actually Haris introduced to me. We have a common playlist, and he added that track in. I listened to it way back, I think 6, 7 months back, um,
More.
more maybe, yeah, more. And now we have finally got the time to listen to this particular track together. Do you want to add something, or should we just get it started?
We talk about it after
All
we
right,
have heard it.
let's begin.
Okay, let's do it. Three, two, one, play.
স্বর্গ থেকে নেমে আসা ডানা কাটা পড়ি আমার তার সাথে কথা বলা হলো না আমার স্বর্গ থেকে নেমে আসা ডানা কাটা পড়ি আমার তার সাথে কথা বলা হলো না আমার কি ভুল করেছো তুমি আমায় ভুলে গিয়ে কত দূর যাবে তুমি আমায় ফেলে একা তোমার
How young
ডানা
are we?
দুটি আমি
Looks like 16, 17.
ফুরিয়ে ফেলেছি শুকনো পাতারি মতন তুমিও ঝরে যাবে তোমার সব কিছু মিশে যাবে
How far along we have gone.
তোর সাথে কেউ কবু জানবে না অলস বিকেলে তোমায় খুঁজেছি কত কষ্টের তাড়নায় ফুলের সুবাসে শুকিয়েছি হৃদয় ক্ষত হতে পারে ভুল মানুষে পুরীর পক্ষে কি করে সম্ভব হয় আগুন জ্বলবে নরকে তোমার অভিশপ্ত প্রেম কি ভুল করেছো তুমি আমায় ভুলে গিয়ে কত দূর যাবে তুমি আমায় ফেলে একা তোমার ডানা দুটি আমি যে পুড়িয়ে ফেলেছি শুকনো পাতারি মতন তুমিও ঝরে যাবে তোমার সব কিছু মিশে যাবে তোর সাথে
A sign of thriving society is that young kids can express themselves like this. They have a space to do it, they feel comfortable to do it.
যে পুড়িয়ে ফেলেছি শুকনো পাতারি মতন তুমিও ঝরে যাবে তোমার সব কিছু মিশে যাবে ধুলোর সাথে
So this girl has been leading on multiple guys, and it's about betrayal.
Regrets.
It's about not regrets. So, like, I mean, from the guy's perspective, uh, it's about betrayal. It's about, you know, being led on, being cheated on. What kind of regret would
not,
he
not
have?
from honest part, but on the girl's part, I would say.
Yeah, I think lyrics is from the guy's perspective.
Yeah, yeah. The lyrics definitely are true.
Okay, all right. Tell me how come it came to be on your playlist, and how come you like it so much?
Yeah. So back when I listened to it, when you added to our common playlist, I did not like it. Honestly, I did not like the track. Um, and just recently, while I was just listening to random songs based on the YouTube recommendations, it was just playing in the background. This song popped up again. I think a couple of months back, it popped up again. And for me personally, as I said during the video, there are few parts in the song which do not click, but there are many parts which clicked later on for me. And chorus for me is really catchy. So we keep referring to Faraz Anwar's interview where he said that if the song is not melodious, it's not a song for me, or something on similar lines. He said that, yeah,
If a song doesn't have melody,
not
it's not a song.
and the chorus of this track has that melody that hooks you. And I like the chorus because they have made use of the backing vocals really well for, I mean, they were pretty young at that when the song came out, but whoever thought to basically have the backing vocals in the chorus part along with the lead vocalist did a really good job, whoever came up with this particular idea. Because I think if only the lead vocalist would have sung the choruses, it would not have had that impact. It would not have basically made a space, made a space in your heart. But whoever came up with this backing vocal part, I think kudos to them. What works for me the most is that it brings back memories of good old Pakistani bands that we have during our university time, like for example, RO, Akash, Wraith, those bands who were really sprouting at that time, who were trying to make a space of their own. They were all pretty young, vibrant. They had huge energy, huge full-on emotions. They were trying to came up with the songs which were very raw, very rough. They were not really fine-tuned.
And very unorthodox as well.
They felt like bunch of friends have started a band. Even in this video, if you see, they are not really standing in a very polished setting or a very fancy setting. They are just recording the video in some sort of empty space or a garage or some sort. So it gave or it brought back memories of those times for me personally, when we used to enjoy Akash, for instance. I think we used to listen to Akash.
Oh, we loved it. We loved.
But if you listen to it now,
We loved Akash.
if you delve really into technicalities, you would think, okay, this is a good song, but not probably that polished, not it's rough on the edges and so on. But it clicked with us. It used to move us. It used
Different
yeah,
times,
yeah.
different era.
And this song had all those elements for me. Especially it brought back memories of Akash and Wraith for me.
So how, the way I see it is, I remember there was a TV serial, a fantasy TV serial called Na Pawar Golpo
Yeah.
in our
Childhood.
childhood. All right, many people wouldn't know. So it was about
Mm.
jinns and witches and all that, and they were integrated in daily life of a
Mm.
family. There were some evil witches and jinns. There were very good
Mm.
ones as well. And when I was very young, it was all fantastic. It was all imagination. It was all a
Mm.
fantasy world. But now that I look at it, it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. So I remember that they used to use a gun, which is a plastic toy uh, of a water gun kind,
Okay.
and a very cheap one. At that time, it was the most magical thing that I've ever seen. And now that I look at it, it's the most hilarious thing and the most
Mm.
outrageous thing, to have that courage to use it. And that serial was
Yeah,
immensely
it
popular,
was super.
immensely popular. So this is the difference of era
Mm.
and age. People in their teenage and all would completely differently
Just
consume
yeah,
this particular
of
track
course.
versus people like us old hags. Um, so yeah, I mean the way I see it is that Nilanjana is the one that actually shows me their
Yeah,
talent,
true
their
skill.
their
Yeah,
skill. And funny enough, Na Pawar Golpo was not the one I intended to
to our
add
playlist.
to our
Mm-hmm.
share list. It wasn't intended. It was unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I actually wanted to add
Nilanjana.
Nilanjana, other tracks, because also this is something that didn't
Mm.
click with me. But again, I don't watch videos. I usually only focus on audios. The transitions were very
Very bad.
jarring to
Mm.
me. The when the riffs comes on, they just don't sit
Mm.
well. I don't want to
Mm.
unload on this particular track, but you know I felt like, and I could be wrong, that the time signatures were not there.
They weren't.
The
Mm.
Yeah, right. So they either, if they were, even if they were, they weren't
Mm-hmm.
adhered to and all that, which is fine,
Mm.
which is for these young kids, which is fine. The notes were, of course, you don't expect much accuracy
Mm.
and all that, but what I liked about it is the courage to be on the stage, and whatever you
Mm-hmm.
have, just go ahead
Yeah.
with it. Just express yourself, regardless of how much confidence do you have on
Mm.
your skills, regardless of the knowledge that you don't have, the training you don't have, the education maybe of music, which even we don't have. All right, we don't have any education or formal education of music, and this takes a lot of courage. And I was mentioning that I love the fact that a society that
The
enables
youth.
this
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
expression is the society where I want to
Mm-hmm.
live in. Right, is a nation that it's an element, a bright badge on a nation's
Mm.
shoulder, on the lapel. Yeah, so that's what I thought. The video I actually saw recently.
Mm-hmm.
But when you mentioned last time on that, this is the song we are gonna listen to
Mm.
together. Then I watched the video, and then, I could figure out that otherwise the lyrics were different. I mean, I perceived them
Mm.
differently, but then when I saw the video, it was a completely different thing. Yeah. By the way, you mentioned Aro, and I was actually today thinking that we
Mm.
should listen to Aro together, because that's one of my like top three favorite
Mm-hmm.
bands from Pakistan of
Mm-hmm.
all time. Yeah,
We will.
pretty much number two. Yeah, if I think hard, maybe they might be number three or number two. But yeah, I absolutely love them to bits. So
Mm-hmm. We will definitely. I think you mentioned during the song how far they have come, and it's absolutely true.
So exactly, during Niljana, I was mentioning that everything was in place.
Absolutely.
Everything fit together. Apart from the production quality, which was also
Mm,
nice, but not not like I think the next stage would be to have that, to achieve that, or to
mm,
get their hands on the absolute best of the best. But everything was done so
mm,
well. Everything, the time signatures, the vocalist, the notes, and
mm,
all that, the transitions, every single thing, the
mm,
mixing,
mm,
every
yeah,
single thing. And this makes me so excited for their journey and how much they have
absolutely,
achieved.
absolutely, and that's what we foresee. I think in near future from them that they would come up with more tracks like Nilanjana as well. I think there's one track I'm
Mm-hmm.
forgetting its name, which is also one of their recent tracks, and their skill actually reflects.
Nia Jao.
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
um, yeah, Nilanjana is I think the latest one, and before that I think it was
yeah,
Nia
I think
Jao.
so. I think so too. But
um,
there is one track which I have briefly listened, not the entire track, but it showcased the true potential and skill of this particular band. I mentioned in the
mhm.
last video, I absolutely loved the quarantine session of Na Pawar Golpo, which they did during the
Mhm.
COVID time. So do listen to that as well. I think that was the one that accidentally played on my suggestions, and I landed on this track again. Anyways, I think I said that in London as well. This is one of the underrated bands or dark horses of Bangladeshi band scene, and I hope that they continue making more music and more frequently. Yeah, let us know your thoughts about it. I think many of you would have some memories associated with this track because it came out way back. I think 7 8 years back. So do let us know your thoughts, and yeah, we'll catch up on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.
Bye bye.